Shalom, 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 shalom. This is Brother Yaakov Rabban Yehowadah, the Lions Den Camp down here in Jacksonville, Florida. You know, just gonna do this real quick, and you can probably see the title. Not probably, you can, because I'm doing screen records. You can see what's on the screen right now. Okay, and it's not pretty, man. It's not pretty. You know, but this is the people that we're among. Okay, this is the place that the Heavenly Father, the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is the place where He put us at. Okay, for our punishment, man, for going off. All right, the land of our enemies, man. Right, because they're in rulership in this place. You see what I'm saying? A people as swift as the eagle. All right, who don't care about young nor old. All right, you can find all this in the scriptures, man. All right, probably have to turn notifications off or something like that, man. Folks chiming in, but anyway, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahweh. His only begotten Son name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS that rule well. Shalom to the Akim. And double honors to my elder apostle Harwan, man. All right, don't let me forget. All right, my elder apostle Harwan of the Lions Den Camp down here in Jacksonville, Florida, man. Shalom to the Akim, Akwatim. All right, just living in this truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. But you can see what's on the screen right here. I'm gonna let a little bit play. All right. I mean, there's not much to be said, on the video of itself, man. Okay. Disgusting, dastardly, deeds. But this is the people that we gotta endure, man. You know, in this place, Babylon the Great, as it's known in the scriptures. I'm gonna let a little bit play here. Let's see. Hopefully the volume comes through pretty good. Got some background noise, Salaki, on that. Doing this in transit.
So there were some videos of her with the dogs.
It's a grey winter's day in Milton, Florida, and deputies with the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office are descending on the...
Alright, pause. I gotta pause it right there, but pause for real, right? Milton, Florida, man. Florida, wouldn't you know it? Florida. Listen, there's 3 places in Babylon the Great, man, maybe 4. Okay, that it's always gonna go down. Actually, there's plenty more than that, man. Florida, California, New York, okay, and you could say in the District of Columbia, man, the headquarters of this corporation known as these United States. All right, maybe Illinois, a lot be popping off in Tennessee as well, Nashville, that area. But Florida, man, Florida always. Maybe it's because what I'm saying, my location settings and stuff, they be tracking that shit, so maybe they just be sending me stuff on Florida. Maybe if I lived in Illinois, they might send me stuff on Chicago all the time. I don't know. But something always going down in Florida, man. All right? But you can see, I mean, I gotta laugh, man, but it really ain't funny. I mean, quite honestly. I'll say this. You gotta laugh through the tears, man. All right? This is a sad state of affairs that we gotta endure here in Babylon the Great. All right.
Tez Ranch RV Park to execute a search warrant tied to a 6-month-long investigation involving one of the park's residents. Investigators...
6 months? Damn! Why they let it go on? Hey, look, you might. Hey, look, somebody might need to bring some charges against the damn department, man. Why you letting it go on for this long? Okay, because there's more to this story than just the Edomite. There's more to this story though. Let me let this play. I ain't gonna let it play too long, because I'm gonna keep getting these notifications right here.
Is searching for electronic devices believed to contain evidence relevant to the case after a judge recently authorized the warrant. In August of 2025, the Sheriff's Office received a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children after Snapchat flagged an account linked to the distribution of child abuse material.
Okay, so this is who we're dealing with, man. See, all right, profane, man. There's none more profane than Esau. All right. Who for one morsel of meat sold their birthright. Okay, this is a profane individual, or I'll say a profane nation, a profane peoples, man. None more profane, man. None more wicked. Okay, and listen, and because of their wickedness, they've spread it across the whole earth. All right, they're in rulership. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, so they spread their type of tomfoolery and nonsense and wickedness and evil all over the earth. So now all peoples are subject to their type of evil, man. You know, you gotta guard your spirit, guard your home, guard your mind against this type of evil. Okay, or you too could fall subject to the nonsense. Not talking to my audience necessarily, people that watch these videos, man. All right, the hopeful men and elect, men, women, and children in truth, Akim Akwathiam. Okay, but just speaking in general, in Babylon the Great and across the whole earth, man, you got to guard your mind and be conscious. Walk in wisdom, all right? Study truth, be in the spirit, or you could fall victim, It's only if the Most High, says that's your lot, man. All right, but that would be a tragedy, man. Okay, and this is where it talks about in Job, chapter 30, and verse 1, man. I gotta get my sword. Let me see if I can grab my sword, man. I got it. Let's see, it's down in my bag right now, man. Job chapter 30, verse 1. I'm gonna get it. I know somebody probably already got it though, watching this. But it talks about this. It talks about this very same thing right here. Okay, that we see. And also, this is how it talks about follow not after the heathen, man, and study none of their ways. Okay? Envy not thou oppressor. Don't want to butcher the scriptures, man, but yeah, envy thou not the oppressor. So you're not supposed to envy them, man. You're not supposed to study none of their ways. You're not supposed to look at them and astonishment one way or the other, okay? Whether it be for good or bad. You know what I'm saying? This is just who they are, all right? I mean, if you're looking at them with any astonishment, it's probably going to be for the bad, for the evil, for the wickedness. But I'm just saying, man. This is just who they are, man. All right, this is supposed to be like a looking glass. All right, like it talks about in Sirach, man. Never trust thine enemy. All right, for like as iron rusteth, so is their wickedness, man. They're supposed to be a looking glass. You're just supposed to look at them and just know exactly who they are. All right, and it's plain to see. It's plain to see. But this is what it talks about in Job, man. Who these people are. It talks about this type of nonsense. It also talks about, and going back to the law, not supposed to lay down with animals, and she humping. She's humping. Straight humping. All right. So let me get this. All right. Because it talks about this in Job, man. It says, but now they that are younger than I, okay, they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers, okay, going back to the beginning of these people, man, their fathers, going back to Esau, the very first, whose fathers I would have disdained. Man, it would have vexed me. I would hate to have to have set with the dogs of my flock, man. I would have hate to have set them with the dogs of my flock, man. I mean, going back to their fathers, man, I wouldn't even let them around my dogs. Okay? Wouldn't even allow these people around my dogs. And listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, before I was in the truth, I witnessed some of this tomfoolery, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. I witnessed it. Okay? Over who I call my buddy at the time, man. Man, I was just a 2-bit nigga. I ain't gonna front you. I was just a 2-bit nigga at the time, man. Okay? Going through trials and tribulation, all right, literally, and doing all sorts of foolishness, man, and wickedness. But long story short, chilling over again who I call my homie at the time, an Edomite, okay, and his girl, a scripper, okay, that was her profession, a scripper was at the crib, and he had this big ass pit bull, man, American pit, man, big ass pit, and so we, you know what I'm saying, we over there just chilling or whatever, and he tells her, to I'm gonna just say diddle, all right, pause. Okay, but he tells her to do that to the dog. I ain't say hump. Okay, he ain't tell her to hump, but he did tell her to diddle. You know what I'm saying? Pause. The dog, and she did it. Hey, she is just a dumb scripper Edomite chick. You know what I'm saying? And she, so she did it. Hey, but listen, man, I witnessed it. All right, and listen, she didn't hesitate, not one bit. And I'm sitting up here, I'm looking at this again, 2-bit nigga at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking at this. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is really going on right here? Did I really just see this? Did I just witness this nonsense? She didn't hesitate, did it real quick. That was one and done. He laughed, she chuckled, and it was, business as usual. Nothing to see here. What's next? What are we doing? Where are we going? You see what I'm saying? So a profane people, man. A profane people. But this chick, she all out humping. Not only that, she had some some kinder video. You see what I'm saying? So, multitude of scriptures that could be said about this, man. But again, to Job, going back to Job chapter 30 and verse 1, that's probably what I'll title this. Something having to do. I ain't gonna put the same title, copyright, and I don't want to put that on the title anyway. But yeah, you see it on the screen record. But anyway, Job chapter 30 verse 1. But now they that are younger than I, okay, they that are younger than I, all right, Esau, came out first, but the hand held fast the heel, But let's get that. Well, hold on, Salah. Grab something real quick. You know, because I'm doing this on the phone with the screen record, but I'm not holding the phone right now. Again, because I'm in transit. So let me grab something. Grab something real quick, man. All right. Oh, I was looking for this. I have to get that. Get that again. All right, bear with me. Bear with me. All right. Yeah. So, what's Stu talking about right there, man? They hit me up on work stuff. You know, that's how Esau do, man. You know, Esau don't want you to rest, man. Have a day of rest. None of that. Esau say you rest when you're dead. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. You know, for real, for real. If they had it their way, man, they'll work every so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American to their death, man. And that's why they want you to be in prison so bad, so they can literally do that. Okay, lawfully. But anyway, another reading of this, it says, but now they laugh at me, those younger than I, whose fathers I would have refused to put with my sheepdogs. Okay. It says, but now they laugh at me, those younger than I, whose fathers I would have refused to put with my sheepdogs, man. All right. And this, it was speaking, in the literal sense of what, of what Job was going through at the time. Within his city, within his community, those that were younger than him were literally, pointing the finger, because of the tribulation he was going through. But this is prophetic of what we go through today, and it's talking about Esau specifically, man, the wicked one. We can relate that to them. We wouldn't even set these people with our dogs, man, because this is what they do. This is the type of evil and foolishness that they get themselves into, doing things with all manner of four-footed and no-footed. All right, we're not going to talk about what they do with them serpents. We know, we've heard about it. We've all heard about what they do with them snakes. You see? So what they do with all manner of beasts, you can't even set these people with dogs, man. And if you look up the story, it'll show you they had 9 animals, man. They had 7 dogs and 2 cats. Come on now, in an RV park. So they was in an RV. Come on now, 7 dogs. She wasn't just humping one. Come on, man. You know what? I ain't even gonna get no more into this, man. Job chapter 30 verse 1, man. Can't even put these people with your animals. And now they got an app. Now they got an app for these people. They can walk your dogs and stuff. Shush, man. Gotta watch them. Anyway, hey, Lord willing, somebody be edified, man. Again, they got these apps. Be circumspect. If you got a dog, you pick up a gig. You know what I'm saying? You can't take your dog or something. You gotta go. Hey, be circumspect. Check who watching your animals, man. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, if something do happen, they could come after you. Or at the very least, you lose your animal. you lose your dog. You know? And that's what happened with her. She was engaged. It gets kind of deep, man. This right here, it gets kind of deep if you go look up the story. But anyway, yeah, they lost the dogs. Her fiance, she was living with her fiance. He lost the dogs. You know, I guess it were both of their dogs or whatever. But he lost them. So yeah, you can lose your animals over it, man. You know. You know, the men, women, and children of Israel, man, the hopeful elect. You know, 1/3 so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We don't put a whole lot of stock in animals like that anyway. I mean, it is what it is. Animal's an animal. You know, if you got a pet you love, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. You know, we ain't putting a lot of stock in them like all these other nations and 2/3, you know, niggas and the heathen. But still, you know, who wants to have it go down like that, right? So anyway, Lord willing, somebody edified, man. Damn, say shalom.